Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, DJ Kiggy.
And this is Dirty Chris.
And this is the Scratch Theory of Texas podcast. Yes, y'all. It's your girl, DJ Kiggy.
And Dirty Chris.
You already know what it is. Thank you for tapping in to the Scratch Theory of Texas
podcast.
And listen, we are getting, at the time of this recording, how about that? We are getting ready for South by Southwest. My God. Okay, but before we get into all the South by Southwest stuff, we have a very special guest in the building.
I'm excited about this one.
A sound selector, legendary. We have Abe the Ambassador Assassin. Which one is it?
Nobody knows these days. Who cares? There's air horn. Oh, there's an audience.
That's the audience, yeah.
I like this.
The audience went crazy.
Yeah, and the crowd goes crazy.
They never do that, right? When you DJ.
About that swag. See the crowd.
Are we going already? This was last night.
Hey,
Are we already dancing right here in the podcast?
We doing it. We waking up, man.
I like this. Did you get your stretches in today?
I got it in.
Did your thing, Chris? How you been? Been hydrating, Chris? Been talking. This
hydration is key.
All of it. Hey, man, how you feeling?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Always blessed. Yes.
Good, man. Good to hear. Now, look, listen. So, a lot of our followers are DJs. Some, of course, are non-DJs. They're huge supporters of the show, huge supporters of what we do. So, for those that don't know you, man, tell us a little bit about you, DJ, your background. How did you get started, and what brought you here to Austin?
But who doesn't know Abe?
I'm saying, but for those who don't know, tell them for the people in the back.
I don't even know that guy anymore. Let's see. Born and raised Austin, Texas.
Ooh.
What do they call it? Austin Unicorn?
It was Waterloo, Texas back in the day when I was here. You guys see the gray, seasoned. It was Waterloo.
Yeah.
No, but Austin in the 80s, 80s baby is what they call us, I think.
Yeah.
And,
for sure. I think we're all 80s babies.
Yeah. We should be.
Yeah.
I like that. Seasoned, I like to call it seasoned.
Yes.
So I grew up in the back of a record shop. Shout out to Turntable Records. I forgot to bring my shirt, Uncle Tommy. I apologize. Okay. Over there on South First and West Mary. So I'm a product of the 04. I'm a product of the 44. I've worked on the east side. I worked on the north side, southwest, wherever.
Tell them what the 44 is, though.
That's the Dove. It's like this. The 44. There's two fours. 44.
Nice. Okay.
Dove Springs, Texas is a part of southeast Austin.
Dove Springs in the building.
Indeed. Fun things that are going on over there. We can talk about that later. But grew up playing music through my uncle's record shop. My dad has a shoe store that's right next door called the Golden Slipper. So I was helping out my dad. Summertime came around, I'd go over there and sneak into the record shop and go play with all the things that I wasn't allowed to play with.
Yeah.
And eventually I got a job there, started working there, met a whole bunch of DJs up in the scene, started doing teen dances, quinceañeras, everything in between.
Wow.
6th Street, West 6th, up, down, north. Like I said, all of them, all the fun stuff.
Abe has done everything.
Too many things, too old.
Man.
Too old, yeah.
Honestly, I think when I first moved here about 14 years ago or so, I think Abe was like one of the first people that I ever heard about as far as the DJ scene goes.
Yeah.
And then everyone else just trickled down. But I think Abe was like, no, for real.
Oh, no.
Abe was like one of the first ones that I just saw. And then everyone that's anyone here has had some sort of conversation with this guy.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the great thing about Austin is it's a DJ collective and a community at the same time. Yes. It's not just like this DJ versus that DJ versus the world. It's people that come and actually want to help each other and come together as a community and collective. Like, hey, can you cover this shift? Can you trade me for this gig or that gig? And everything kind of trickles down to it. But at the end of the day, all the core DJs that started here in Austin, like their backs were against the wall too. So they knew where we were coming from the the 88.7 days, the early days of hip hop, the early days of like dance community and music in the scene, underground techno, everything in between.
Yeah.
All those guys were coming to the record shops and converging, much like we're doing now. So you were at the record shop here, you were at Alien, you were at Turntable, you were at Waterloo, you were all these places that just kind of like ended up being like the watering hole of what this community was. Right. And so we'd all come back to that community at the end of the day. So it's good to see this, the way you guys have transitioned it from the modern day
Yeah.
and brought it into everybody. So it's like we're all in your backyard. We're all hanging out. We're all kicking it. And I like that.
Yeah,
It's
I
good
love
stuff.
that. You know, my
This will be a short interview, by the way. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. We gonna pick your brain, but one of my first times visiting here in Austin and going to one of your shows without knowing who you were, without living here, was Sound Selector's A Tribe Called Wu.
Yeah.
And that came up on my Facebook feed back in like 2017, 2018. And I told my wife, I was like, let's go to Austin. Like, I want to go check this out. This was at the Empire
Control room. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had the garage.
And we went, and my heart broke a little bit because there wasn't a lot of people. But the people that were there, like me, were there to
throwing them up.
enjoy the whole fucking night. I sung every fucking Tribe Called Quest song. And it wasn't until I moved here and you and I, we didn't DJ together per se. You had a set after me, and it was at a Meanwhile.
Yep.
And I stuck around, and I heard this was my first time knowing who you were, and then now hearing you play, and I was just blown away. Like, are these edits? Is he actually doing this? And then it wasn't until fast forward maybe sometime last year, a few months back, that we actually got to DJ back to back at Spokesman.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Shout out to Spokesman.
yeah,
Yep,
shout out to Spokesman, man.
CJ, what up?
Yeah. And I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do this? Like, fuck, you know? But we had so much fun. And, man, I got to tell you, bro, like, DJs like you really help DJs like myself just elevate and get more creative. And on the fly, too. I don't think a lot of people know that it's not just pressing buttons. It's like, man, you got to think, like, what's going to make the crowd move? If places at Spokesman where people are not dancing, what's going to make the artists, like, just get more into their zone?
Yeah.
People vibe out. Like, yeah, man. So I want to thank you for being one of those that continue to push me creatively. Man.
And you know what? I know for a fact that he has also. You've also helped people come up with Red Bull routines. You have,
in a sense, yeah. I think we've all helped each other.
Yeah.
Tell us who you worked with.
Number one, I charge $50,000 to curate Red Bull sets. So if you need one, holler at me because I live in Austin, and that's another story.
It's worth every dollar.
I don't know. I just have fun, like, I guess, deconstructing and reconstructing music. So if that turns into something that's really annoying to somebody else, it may be fun for somebody else. Or it might, a DJ might like it, or somebody sitting in a chair that hates their life might like it, and then it turns another switch. So it's like, you just, like you said, you're a master of ceremonies in a sense when you're a DJ, because you're not just out there picking the hot song that's out. You're trying to, like, do something different.
It's like your own genre in a sense.
Yeah, or just a reverberation. I call it a parrot. I'm just a parrot. I'm just a parrot.
El perico. I want to go back to your younger self when you were at your uncle's record shop.
Yeah.
And you started to play with stuff that we as kids were not allowed to play, right?
Yeah.
Don't touch the record, don't do this, don't do that. So when you were little, was it just really the fact that you wanted to play with all the buttons, or do you feel like maybe there was a calling in you to do something with music?
Definitely a calling with music.
Yeah. What was that like for you?
I don't know. Like, it always started with just having like a radio always in somewhere. Like it didn't matter if it was in the car, if it was on my bicycle. Like, I remember for Christmas, like, you get Christmas gifts all the time throughout your whole life until you turn into an adult and then somebody doesn't get you a gift and whatever. Yeah. But when you're a little kid, you remember those things. And so I remember getting like this red radio, and I would put it like, I was like, oh wait, this is for my bike. Threw it on the bike, and always had the radio on. Took like 2 C batteries. Kids, if you don't know what a C battery is,
oh man.
It's okay.
Everything's USB-C charging.
Well, maybe they were D's, who knows? But it was like, so always a radio. Like if I was at my grandma's, there was music on. If I was at my abuelita's, there was a radio on. If I was at the shoe shop, there's radio. So wherever I was at, there was always music.
Yeah.
Grandma was a singer. I've got relatives on my mom's side and my dad's side. They're all musically inclined.
Right.
I love that.
I can't play guitar. I can't play the piano, but I can DJ.
Such a musical family.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way. So just kind of a remix on whatever they were doing and working on. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I get to call it my job every day still.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So at what age do you think, from that point up until now, at what age do you think, you know what, actually want to do this for the long run?
Probably like in the 20s. Like
Okay.
I started DJing like maybe like summer senior year,
Yeah.
like right before. So as a senior, I just started like kind of DJing, like doing little things here and there. Never for like public or anybody, just
Right.
spinning, mixing.
Yeah.
And then I started getting together with Tootie and I think Havoc maybe,
Okay.
and also Freddie from Fantasy Mobile DJ and Andrew Pulido. So those guys, I was doing Tejano gigs, quinces and stuff.
Those are some old names though.
Yeah, some OGs. And then
Not old.
well, no, they call them OGs. They call
Yeah,
them
yeah,
OGs. One of them, rest in peace.
Vamos para allá, Chris. You
Yeah.
need, so hold on.
But it's just going through the scene of like, all right, let me see if I can go play these gigs. And then I was playing with my uncle too, so we were doing like his quinceañeras or his weddings that would pop up. So I was
Right.
apprenticing, like,
Yeah.
Nice.
playing with
Carrying
this guy
the
and this
crates
guy.
and all that.
Oh, literally carrying the crates, opening
Yeah.
up for Tootie, and like me and Havoc like fighting over like who's gonna play what record because we all had the same
Yeah.
records. We all shopped at turntable.
And this was records.
Yeah, straight up
Yeah.
wax. And you're taking everything like you guys take for a regular like a scratch theory Tejas thing.
Yeah.
That's what you were basically taking one DJ at one time. Well, I need 5 crates tonight because I'm playing 6
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
I don't miss those days.
No, not at all. But
Man.
yeah, so just coming up through the ranks there, and also working like sales jobs, like random jobs I'd find in the newspaper,
Yeah.
things like that, and just learning like I don't really like this day job thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather go do stuff that I like and get paid a
Yeah.
little bit of money versus like doing this. And school was cool. Yes, I made that happen. Graduated Johnston Rams. That's how we do it.
Hey.
So I don't know. I'm not going to ACC because I don't like doing homework. So I became a DJ.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
I love that. I
And
love
somebody
that.
was feeding me wax through the record store, so I was still working at the record store. So I had that job, was doing that, and then all the
And
clubs
buying wax
popped
is so
off.
addictive too.
Oh my God! You cannot put me at a record store and expect
Yeah.
me to just shop and like just
And it
come
was
back in like
affordable
20
back
minutes.
in the days.
Oh, for sure, dude.
You're buying $4 singles, $6
I
singles.
know.
I missed that.
Even the premium ones were like at the most $7.99.
$20.
Now they're
for,
like double, triple at times, depending on the track too.
Well, the imports were like $20.
No way.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
imports
think
were
the
$20.
most I've spent on a record to date is $90
No.
on 2 of them. And one was the $190 one was the Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt. I
Yeah.
could not find it anywhere. And then another one was Luis Miguel.
Mm.
And these were imported from Argentina. And not
Really?
because I wanted them because they're imported. It's just I could not find them anywhere.
$90.
90 each. Bruh. It's like,
Whoa.
where's my womp womp shit? Yeah.
Hey, you love
I
music.
don't think we have one, but womp womp. Yeah.
But that's
So-
why we do this. We love music. We love music.
Yeah. And that yes. God. I can't hear it on my headphones.
Really?
okay.
Yeah. But I trust
There.
it.
Sound effects don't like you.
That was perfect. Yeah, now I hear it. Yeah, man. So sound selectors. I want to go to sound selectors.
Yeah,
How
indeed.
did that come about? Tell
That
me a little
era?
bit about that, because the only way I found out about y'all is through that Facebook event.
Okay.
So tell me about that.
Okay, so to tell you about that Facebook event. I don't Facebook, number one. I've got a Facebook. It happens. Text me, number 1, 512-947-3550.
Hey.
It'll be on the screen.
Yeah, it will be. So I don't Facebook much, but so Sound Selectors was basically a triple combo of myself, Mr. E, and No Kids. True.
Nice.
And so
shout out to No Kids.
Yeah.
And
My
Mr. E.
aces.
And
man.
Mr. E, man.
Ooh, y'all
They-
are fire. Y'all
that's-
are fire, man.
The brainchild of the event that you went to was Mr. E.
Oh man.
Oh.
Shout out to Mr. E.
Yeah.
He's so dope.
He knows it's hip hop.
Yeah.
He still doesn't have a beard. When I met him, he had a beard. He had a full beard. And I was like, I think this guy's, I don't know.
We gotta give him some
Amish?
enhancements, or unless he's a
he was
vampire,
just-
doesn't age.
No, he had a full on beard.
Really?
Like before beards were cool. He
I
had
can't
a beard.
imagine it.
Yeah.
Well, it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now Mr. Clean Cut, Mr. E,
Yeah.
he's been doing his thing, and that was one of his projects. And I was like, yeah, let's do this. Let's have fun with it.
Yeah.
And we did what we could. We reached out to Avi and the guys over at the Empire, and we made it happen. And they rolled it out, and we executed. I don't even think I was there that night. I think I had
No?
a DJ somewhere,
I had a blast.
and it was super cold.
It was very cold.
No, we spoke about it.
Yeah.
We were just at that time. Those two guys and myself were kind of just at the hip, and we were going through it, and we had Protege with us, and we had Fetty Man with us, and we had who else was there? There was like a collective of guys that kind of made up Sound Selectors, and it was a plan that I had decided to say, hey, I tried to do this like entertainment DJ thing back in the days when I had a bunch of like homies that were like, hey, give me a gig, and I was like, crap, I'm doing like 6 bookings for these guys every week. We might as well do something with it. So Sound Selectors was kind of a reinvention of that from, who knows, like the Wax days, early Serato days.
Yeah.
And we came into this realm and it's like, we can have a DJ school here. We have a good location. We have a spot where people can come and trade gear.
That was on Congress Street.
Right here not right here on Congress. I'm thinking down on South Congress.
Down on South Congress. Yeah.
And so we were there. We started booking our gigs, collecting wax and getting all that stuff ready, kind of like a record shop type thing, just a place for people to hang and like a commute. And
I got to go there.
Yeah, it happened in and out. Yeah. We had some clothing there. We had a couple things there. I was like taking care of my kids while they were there. So it was like a whole on mom and pop shop, like always trying to make something happen.
I'm really sad I missed that I wasn't here in Austin yet for that.
It was
bring it back.
You caught the end of it because we were kind of there with Spokesman and CJ was like, hey, you guys can like throw parties here and do some stuff here if you want. So he like really opened the door for us to just kind of segue into what we could have done with Sound Selectors versus not having to spend the capital on like a brick and mortar because you know about Austin.
Well,
it's expensive.
was Noviembre Fest towards the end of Sound Selectors?
It was, I think, in the middle of it.
Right in the middle?
Noviembre Fest was basically a collaboration that CJ had come up with and myself, and with the support of Sound Selectors and the sponsors that he brought to the table to just kind of throw this pachanga in celebration of like, hey, we have this like huge Mexican influence here in Texas and a huge German influence in Texas, and they both like beers and they both like accordions, so let's throw a pachanga, and that's how that happened.
I actually have footage from it.
Oh, really?
I do.
Wow, that's crazy.
I think that was like one of the first projects, I guess, that I ever did to try to get into videography. Dusty played.
Yes, that's right. We had Dusty in the back.
It was super dope.
Yeah, it was a monster of a
that's amazing.
An event for fun times. Yeah,
that was quite a while back though.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
but we did maybe about 3 of them, and then everybody had a festival, and we were like, no more festivals. Let's just do different things.
But that was fun though. That was super fun.
Always. But it was more about it was the celebration of like these two cultures coming together.
Yeah.
And like obviously like the craft and the work of the beer that they have and the music that they like celebrate and just a whole full circle thing. So shout out to CJ for doing that.
Yeah, shout out to CJ, man.
So do you think there's something you could bring back since it was so unique?
We've talked about it, and then
CJ has talked about it.
It's just who knows. We shall see. To be continued.
What was it? The last beer fest I was out there with you.
Lager Jam? Was it Lager Jam?
Was it? Yeah.
Lager Jam's an annual thing that we do.
He was talking about it.
That's good.
So I think it might happen.
I could be annoying him a little too much.
You heard it first. It might happen.
I hope so, man, because it was super dope. That was my introduction around that time into the DJ scene here. I didn't really know anyone at the time. I think the only person that I knew was All Day Ray.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Ray.
Yeah.
Ray was there too, bro. Sound Selectors thing. Like Ray was really like one of our. He was our in-house producer. He was doing all the stuff. Like
that's how I got in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he brought a lot of stuff to the table. He brought Chris to the table. Another Chris that we had in there doing like they were just like literally. I was like, hey, this room, make it a studio. He was like, say less, as the kids say. So he made it happen.
I'll tell you a funny story about All Day Ray and Sound Selectors in that time. So
let's do it.
Around that time, I actually owned a radio station in Laredo. And we were on
I remember this
102.3, I don't know, but we were a legit FM radio station. And I was looking for people to put some mixes and then, we would air them out there. So I think I came across him through SoundCloud. And I reached out to him, and Gracie replied back. I didn't know that Gracie was the one that was running the Bonbon stuff, right? So she's like, yeah, I got this DJ. His name's, All Day Ray, and these are his songs, and talk to him. So get in touch with him. So I got in touch with him.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I got a radio station, bro. You want to throw down some mixes and all this shit and all this stuff? And he was like, yeah. And I guess he was testing me out to see how legit I was. He's like, it's $100 a mix. And I was like, all right, cool. So he's like, for real?
He was bluffing.
I was like, yeah.
Wait, what?
Well, I was counter bluffing. So so he's like, all right, I was just checking to see if you were legit. I was like, no, for real. I mean, if you want to, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's do it. So anyways, so he's like, yo, you want to kick it? There's a studio where I hang out and shit. So
Every time somebody says kick it, there has to be a
Right there.
kick it, Carla.
There
we go.
Kick it, drop.
so he's like, yeah, this is the address. And I went in and it was Sound Selector Studio.
Man.
So we set up and she's like, yeah, bring your mixer, bring whatever. There was a shit ton of mixers in there.
Was
But
I
I brought
there?
my own mixer.
Who was
No,
there?
you weren't
Just
there
you?
yet. You weren't there
Was
yet.
it in the morning?
It was at night, actually.
Okay.
It was at night.
I was probably cooking dinner or something.
So we set up and we started mixing back and forth. And after, I guess, maybe a few years, he was like, oh, that night I was just testing to see if you could actually mix and shit.
Wow. Hey, he was feeling you out, man.
Yeah, he was. He was trying to see if I was legit, but he was
Wow.
like, yeah, you could mix and shit. All right, you're
All right,
legit.
you legit.
he didn't know you're from the border? Like, he didn't know?
I mean, I don't know if he actually knew. I might have mentioned it,
But you have you have a Valle accent.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
straight up, I'm like, this fool's from the Valle. Because my Theo was asking me, he's like, where's he from? I was like, Brownsville?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I forget. And it was
Yeah,
like,
no.
dude, this fool's from Laredo.
that
Like,
was like the first thing he asked me when he sat down. I was like, you from the Bible? Like, yeah, 9562, yeah, for sure. But yeah, Laredo.
nah, yeah, I'm counter 9562 because I used to go out there. My Tia moved out there.
Right.
So I grew up like summers over there hanging out with one of my cousins.
Eating at Mr. Corn.
Oh, bro, eating at Mr. Corn all day long, every day.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Corn for life. Hey, Mr.
They're still
Corn.
there, bro.
Anybody go to Laredo, come to my house and drop off some Mr. Corn, and I will take you around the city in my big green van for free.
There you go, man.
I need my Mr.
Hey.
Corn. Mr. Corn, Mr. Corn.
But anyways, that was my story with
He was testing you, and you were
He was
testing
testing
him.
me. He was
Man, he
testing
was
me.
sniffing you
But
out.
did he bring the machacado?
Ooh.
Oh my God. I
Man.
love machacado.
You put limon and salsa San Luis or la botanera on this shit.
I usually just rock it with eggs and jalapenos for breakfast. Yeah.
I'm
classic.
good.
Go
I'm
ahead.
good. Thank
you. Don't
you.
have to. You're not on your games right
I
now.
love him. I love him with eggs.
That's what I'm saying.
Mexico
Yeah. We'll do that
style.
after this. We'll save for that.
Hell yeah, tomato, jalapenos,
We'll
and
cook
some
it up.
onions.
It's going down. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I was gonna bring tacos, but I ran out of time.
So looking back at your career, right? You've been in Austin, born in Austin.
Still here.
Is there a special moment in music history here in Austin that holds a special place in your heart for you? As a DJ or booking? Tell us about that.
DJ booking mute. You're munching and I'm on mute.
There you go. Sorry. I was trying to mute
No,
myself.
Chris, get this on.
I can hear my fucking.
I don't even know.
No, Chris. No, Chris.
There we go.
Shoot, I don't know. Honestly, winning that Red Bull 3 style qualifier like back in the day on Riverside was pretty like epic for myself.
Jeez.
And like just a fun time that it was a good time to like I guess like press the gas and try and see what else I could do with that.
Yeah.
Like whatever was happening at that moment.
What year was that?
It was too long ago.
Was it 13?
12.
12. Yeah.
Nice.
I went. Remember when Four Color Zach won?
Mm-hmm.
That was like our like that leg.
Yeah.
So he ended up I went to nationals with a bunch of other people, and like
Right.
those guys were all like still close friends to this day. And then like Red Bull like really took
It
off
peaked,
with
it started peaking.
with what they were doing. And then all these other things started happening. So yeah, it was a good time to have fun in the club for a little while.
What was your thought on the Red Bull process of like, the rules that they had as far as mixing and making the routines? Because that was pretty new back then, right? It's what was it, like 3 genres? That's why it's called 3 style.
I think it was
Because you had to mix like 3 genres and all this
It's
stuff.
like what, 15 minutes?
But-
Yeah,
party
yeah.
rock type of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for real, like all like the people in Austin, like all the people that were on that stage, they were the epitome of what Austin DJing is and
Right.
and was turning into.
Right.
And so I think they had like everybody's like 3 genres, no problem. That's like literally the
Yeah.
conversation we all had
Yeah.
when Manny had like sat us down to the table and was like, "Yo, there's 9 of y'all. This is what's happening. This is how they want to do it. Are y'all cool with it?" Everybody's like, "Sure, cool." Yeah,
Which
let's go."
Manny?
DJ Manny.
Manny Dojo?
Peligrosa? Yeah, Dojo.
Oh.
Dojo, Manny Dojo.
I didn't know
met
that he
him.
was involved like
Yeah.
that.
So he was actually one of the Red Bull like people that worked for Red Bull as the
Interesting.
ambassador
Wow.
or something.
Wow. That's
So-
some good history. I knew we were going to get history out of this guy.
Oh,
in
yeah.
there. Oh, I'm
You gotta share. You gotta share, man.
seasoned.
Damn.
Now, your routine, is this something that we can find on YouTube, or is
Oh,
just you
yeah.
had to be there and that's it?
No, it's embarrassing. It's there.
Oh,
It happened.
shush.
It happened. It happened.
Yeah.
One of my homeboys, D-Train.
I've seen it.
Shout out to my
Yeah,
homeboy, D-Train.
I gotta check it out.
He held the microphone, cellular phone. It was probably like a singular wireless
Yeah.
or something, but he held the phone like this for 15 something minutes. And I was
Oh,
like,
man.
bro,
Yeah.
I want to give you this trophy because you held your arm up that long. Like I
He's
can hold my arm
a
up.
human trophy. Just
We'll
holding
see
that
who
up.
wins in a minute. We're having an arm contest right now.
He looked like a trophy himself.
Dude, he was
Yeah.
there the whole time, just like in the crowd. He's
Oh,
screaming.
Statue of
and
Liberty looking ass.
never moved. Dude, that guy is like, hire that guy
I'm
as a
getting
cameraman,
this.
please.
Yeah.
He's got
Damn.
screen time.
That's
So anyway,
amazing.
yeah, just sorry. It could stay up there all day.
You know, one thing you said is that the crowd that was there, the Austin DJs.
Yeah.
When you had said right now, Red Bull was like, 3 genres, no problem.
15 minutes, cool.
No problem. When I moved here in 2019, my style of DJing in San Antonio, I was very like play one song, mix a little bit, transition, go to the next song.
Radio style.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
much so.
Right.
When
That's
I
what-
got here,
Yeah.
and listening to DJs like yourself and many others, Diggy, Zet Rock, many others, I can go on. I actually learned a lot from y'all, and No Kids too, like how to DJ on vinyl. And he didn't even teach me how to DJ on vinyl. I just learned from watching. I'm like, holy
Yeah.
shit, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
And then listening to the Austin style of DJing, I'm like, well, fuck, why can I not do that? And I started doing that, and it's just something unique that I didn't see in San Antonio, and I haven't seen yet in other cities. I'm not saying
Right.
other cities don't do that. Every
Right.
city, I think, has their own style of DJing.
Hey, shout out to Austin, Texas.
Hell yeah.
Austin, Texas.
That's why
in
y'all are
the
here.
Building. That's
Yeah.
right.
And if you ain't here yet, don't move here. Just come visit,
And then
stay
get
at
out.
my Airbnbs, and leave.
and
That's
get
all I
out.
want.
And then to see DJs DJing with other musicians,
Yeah.
meaning like drummers and saxophonists,
Yeah.
and
There's-
I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Oh,
I love being here.
And don't come to Leander either.
No. You can come to Leander.
No.
There's room
No,
here.
no. We don't want
Come
Leander
to the
either.
Nauf. Come to the Nauf. Stay out
The
the
Nauf.
fofo. Go to the Nauf. Please.
If you go to Buda, just bring some color.
If you go
I
to
said
Buda-
it.
if you go to-
Bro, we need some flavor down there.
If you go to Buda, you will get arrested. Don't go to Buda. Don't go to Kyle. Don't go to Southside. Don't say Super South. I call it Super South. I'm just kidding. I'm playing with y'all. Trust me, I've been here a long time.
We got
I've seen it all.
sorry.
You remember that one time when I went to Pflugerville? And have you seen Taylor lately? She's
Oh, yeah.
whiz.
Taylor?
Taylor's
Yeah.
popping off.
Taylor,
Taylor?
Texas.
Yeah.
No.
Taylor, Texas.
It's about 30 minutes.
Okay.
That was a drop for Taylor.
I try to like go in and out of the little country cities, bruh.
But dude, that's what happens when you do these weddings. Like you go to these destination spots and they're always like out
I
the
am
way.
the walking devil to these people. I am a woman. I am queer. I am brown. I am tattooed.
But do you have your GPS on?
Yes.
Usually it fails. So if you don't have your GPS, I got.
I just go handle business and get the fuck out. I already
Got it,
know I'm
in and
about to
out.
get hurt.
You don't bring a roadie with you?
No,
Not
not really.
was ready to go. He's ready
Not
all
really.
the time for a party
You know,
to
I
pop
have a
off.
hard time finding roadies.
There he is right there.
Unfortunately, a lot of people are very.
MIA.
I cannot depend on a lot of people.
You
so,
depend on the wrong people.
Probably. So
Yeah.
if you out there, you want to roadie with me, you want to assist me, man, I'm looking for an assistant. Dog.
We're all looking
anyway,
for- yes.
enough about me. This
Go
is
ahead.
about
No.
you, Abe. This is about you, dog. Man, is there, another thing that I really appreciate about Austin is the collaboration. And you said this earlier, that everybody here is looking out for each other.
Yeah.
For the most part, right?
For the most part.
I know there's a few bad apples, but for the most part, everybody looks out for each other. Everybody's in collaboration mode,
Yeah.
right? Are there any memorable collaborations, or is there someone that you have yet to collaborate with that you're like, man, I just want to work with them, him or her,
Probably
him or her, her,
him or her.
Him or her, yeah.
her.
A person like
Her.
that has yet to
I'm just
collaborate.
kidding.
Well,
No,
trust
I'm
me,
joking,
we're,
I'm joking.
No, we're working on everything this year. Like Chris and I have been speaking, and we're just like kind of like on like, hey,
Yeah.
when and where it'll happen. Like
Yeah.
we've been working on like scratching in the South. Y'all have the scratch downtown.
Yeah.
All the things that are like kind of moving and collaborating, that turntablism effort.
Yeah.
Is like where I want to put my energy into. While I do the gigs that I don't want to go do in the DJ world, like
Yeah.
as far as just the here and there's. But honestly, a collaboration of DJs and a collective, it's long overdue. Like we should be doing something like a festival, like a South by Southwest.
Yeah.
We should be doing these things that they do for ACL Fest. Like there should just be a day just the DJs.
Yeah.
And call it that,
Yes.
and that'll be that. And because the DJs are the backbone of the entire music scene in the city of Austin.
Oh,
Y'all
for
hear
sure.
that? Y'all hear
For
that?
sure.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
I'll tell you, like, obviously it used to be the live music capital of the world,
Yeah, that changed.
but it's the live electronic tech capital of the world now. And we don't even talk about, the shows that are going on and the things that are happening as much as we could be, because we just have a bunch of DJs that are there doing their thing. So
Right.
why don't we elevate and showcase those people as like, hey, this person DJs 30 gigs in a month. This person does 30 and does his other superhero things that he does behind the scenes. Let them have the spotlight for a second. Why
Yeah.
not? What's it going to hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun. Let us help you curate. That's what I do these days. I just curate. I
Yeah.
literally go and like, let's throw this party and make that party happen.
Yeah.
Like the beat sessions thing that we do, I don't DJ that. Why?
Right.
I've been DJing. I don't care to do that thing. That's about the artist. It's about these people to come and like
Yeah.
shoot on these walls and throw something up that you've never seen in your life again.
I love that, and I still don't understand why most people don't know about it.
There's
or
a
go
South by
show it.
one. Pull up to that.
Oh, I will be there.
On
I
the
will be there
11th?
front and center.
I believe so.
I think it's March 11th.
Is
There's
it?
another one, yeah.
Oh, I love going to those, and the
It's 50.
artistry is
This is the 50.
crazy.
50th.
Yep.
Nice.
No
Been
way.
around. They've been doing it. Like
Wow.
I came on when another DJ was doing it, and
Yeah.
during the sound selectors thing, like
Yeah.
like I was like, hey, y'all's turn.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were like, you sure? And he's like, yep, please. And that's we came in, I think, I don't know, 20 or something.
Okay.
So who knows? We
Yeah.
got a lot of T-shirts. Shout out to
Yeah.
Goose. Like it's a whole it's a festival that happens
Yeah.
under one roof, one night, once a month. Last
Right.
Monday, pull up.
Yes.
There's beer, there's coffee, everything's local. Come see us.
These are live graffiti and mural artists, y'all,
Right.
that are battling against each other.
Head to head.
Like they're putting these amazing art pieces
Yeah.
within like an hour or so.
Yeah.
And then you've got amazing DJs that are out
And
there
then
just
you-
spinning in the background. You've got Prince coming out. Everybody's
Melee's
just
hit.
like chilling, drinking,
There's
kicking
water
it.
gypsies there. Cheese whiz. My kids show up. I don't know. Everybody shows up there. It's fun.
I
There's
love
little
going
kids
to
that
those.
show up and they like to draw. And so when they get to see these
Yeah. Muralists,
amazing murals
yeah.
get put up like that, it sparks something in them.
Yeah.
It's cool. I don't know.
The last time I DJ'd there, speaking of kids, there were kids breakdancing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so much fun. So if y'all don't know, check it out. Follow Beat Sessions. I think it's on Instagram.
Beat Sessions.
Follow
Yeah.
Abe,
TX.
Sound Selectors. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't even know if that doesn't work anymore. So
The Instagram page?
yeah, it's dead.
Is it
still
really?
follow.
We killed it. We didn't kill it. I'm sorry. Don't sue me, please. Don't. I don't need any more arrests. I'm good. Legal. I do my thing. It's just Abe the Ambassador.
Okay.
Whatever. Who knows? Who cares?
Yeah.
Just text me, like I said.
Oop, here's the number
Hey.
right there.
Right here, 1-800.
That's the easiest way to get a hold of me. Trust me. Ask people in my immediate family. They're like, you don't ever answer your cell phone. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I don't ever really hang out on my cell phone. But if you call me and text me, I'll text you back.
Yeah.
That's just the way I do.
Yeah.
I've been in the social media game. I've done all that. It just
I know. When I first saw you put your cell phone out there, I was like, is this guy for real? Like, but yeah, like, seriously, what the fuck could happen anyways?
doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
People don't care, dude. We're at the end of the day, we're not that important. We're here doing what we're supposed to do, how we do it, and that's what I'm about.
Well,
So,
you're important to us in the community. man.
Absolutely.
Well, come ride some bikes with me. Come,
So-
let's get some outside
I need
time.
a tricycle, but
Please.
I'll ride a bike.
I got trikes for you too. What
Okay.
you need? I got old school cars.
Like,
We're getting rid of
wait.
we're doing liquidation sales in my day.
Alpha's been trying to get me to go bike with him too,
Dude,
man.
if you've never been on an Alpha Leon bike ride,
That guy goes everywhere.
man.
Yeah.
he does not.
I want to get to that point. The first time I bought a bike since I was a kid,
Yeah.
sliced my calf right open. This shit
Really?
was talking. Like my calf
What?
was talking.
No.
Yes, like you could see my muscle in there.
Dang.
Yeah, and I thought I was fine. My brother was like, "You gotta go to the hospital." I'm like, "No pasa nada, I'm fine." I was like, "Dude, let's just go to CVS. Let's just go get some gauze." I was
Yeah,
like,
we'll
"I'll put
tape
some
that up."
Vaseline on it. It's an old boxer's remedy and shit." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Fine, I'll be fine." He's like, "Dude, no. I go home, clean the shit out of peroxide, everything that I'm not supposed to do. Fucking cake on Vaseline, wrap it, and I'm laying in bed. Next thing I know, I feel like my leg, the bed is wet, and I'm like, what the fuck? I look, and it's just bleh, murder scene. I'm like, okay, it's time to go. This is during COVID.
And now you got a big
I had to drive
scar.
from,
And there was blood on the dance floor.
bruh, I had to drive from my house all the way down to San Marcos because it was the closest 24/7 that was open because of COVID.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can y'all come get me in the parking lot? I had an accident on my bike. They came out. They thought I had a motorcycle accident. I'm like, no, bro. Like,
That's
I
the
just
best
fell
way to
off
do it.
my bike. Yeah.
Call the worst.
Yeah. So I have a nice little gash on my calf. But anyway, I'm still willing to get back on. I just might need
we got you.
little.
Hey, we got you. We
I just
Southside.
get, what are those side little
We
compartments?
Southside cruise on Sundays. That's all we do. Just Southside cruise. It's
What's
a
that
single
little
speed.
compartment on the side where someone's riding and then someone just sits there?
Oh, I know what.
It's like a Scooby-Doo thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Call me Scooby-Doo.
We just made ourselves younger by not knowing what that old thing was.
Well,
Yeah.
I know what it's
There
called,
it
but
is.
who cares?
I just be like, yeah, let's go faster.
I remember skinning my knee on Turnstone and
Ooh.
Pleasant Valley on the skateboard when my Theo Joe was pushing me on it a little too fast, and I hit the corner and I didn't turn enough, so my weight went over and strawberry. So yeah, we all have those stories. There's
Of course.
One time I hit myself in the chest right here when I was on my bicycle on my chest, and 3 months I was out. I was literally in
my
bed for a
God.
month. I was in bed for a
Yeah.
month, and I like.
You had
couldn't
rib
breathe.
fractures
Yeah,
and-
I was like George Lopez, couldn't breathe. Like,
Oh
I fractured
my
something in there.
God.
Painful.
Luckily, my cell phone like saved my life from not.
Damn.
I guess cracking my.
Yeah,
sternum.
yeah.
I don't know.
It took the hit for you.
Yeah,
Wow. Damn.
I
So,
do see that you bike ride a lot.
we have to.
Yeah. Do you do? I think you do. But for those that don't know, you do any kind of events with bike riding,
We
like
do.
group riding?
Yes.
Riding?
yeah, we were just talking about that
Yeah.
outside, actually. Let them know. Let them know.
Yeah, man.
Well, we ride pretty much as we can, like in Dove Springs. So if you're like around, need a bike, want to get out, want to hang out and see the South Side, come through. It's usually in the afternoons. We'll do around 3, 4, depending on what time Rapid Rick shows up to my house.
Oh, nice.
so-
Shout out to Rapid Rick.
Yeah, he's in the Dove too, and
Hey.
so we ride with him. I ride with another buddy of mine, and we do mountain bike stuff. So we'll usually do that like on Mondays.
Yeah.
So we do like a mental health Monday thing. So like people
I love that.
go hit the trail,
Yeah.
and then kind of do your thing. So it's a lot more intense. But if you just want to cruise, like Southside Sunday, we're there during the week.
Oh my
so
God, I'm gonna hit
doesn't
you up.
matter.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make a note of that. Huh?
Yeah.
Whenever.
Bring a helmet, pads.
Rick's throwing a big one with Charlie Boy. They've got an event. I'm pulling out my cell phone.
Yeah,
I
pull
told
it
you I
out. Pull it
wouldn't,
out.
but I will.
I know you told me earlier,
Because
but
I forget the dates. I've got the stuff.
you got so
that
many
makes
things
it-
going on, man.
Yeah.
No, but that's cool, man. That's cool that you guys do that because it's a form of releasing stress and some exercise as well.
Yeah, man.
Get some fresh air, some vitamin D, you know.
A lot of these rides, they're like, they cruise to different areas of town that you haven't seen before.
Right.
Or like they're just pulling up to local mom and pop shops. Like they're going to breweries, they're going to
Yeah.
different spots. So like you can go cruise around in a safe area. And it's weird. Like we have routes over there.
That's cool, man.
I love that. Yeah.
I mean, because some of us go to the gym.
Yes.
We work, well, some of you.
Yeah, my gym's outside.
No, but you know what? I was talking to Jess about this, and I miss the camaraderie. Like when I was powerlifting, I still was part of a team, and we
Yeah.
would always cheer each other on.
Right.
And even in boxing, right? Like it is a solo sport, but you have a team.
You have a team that helps
Yeah.
you get
Yes,
better.
you have your corner, you have your group, and it's always this team versus that team, right? And then even when I did CrossFit too, like you're in there with the gym with everybody. So I miss that. So when I go work out, I'm always solo. You know what I'm saying? So I will actually hit you up because,
I got 2 bikes for both y'all.
hey, but I'm a beginner though.
Hey, we ride slow. We ride slow. Ask Jason. Jason tapped out the other night. He was like,
I have
Alpha
muscle,
Leon.
but my cardio is trash. So I'm like, but I'm like, hey, hold on.
No, we
You
got
know
stuff.
what? Just go. I'll Uber. I'll meet you.
We start you at 4 miles and then we get you in 4 mile increments and
Okay,
we just forward
perfect.
out. So if you're okay, you go okay.
Oh,
You'll make
great.
it. Trust me. I got the easy stuff. No hills. There's a few hills.
Like
here and
there's
there, but-
machacada at the end of the road. Okay, I'm coming.
No, there's micheladas at the end of the ride.
Okay.
There's miches and there's things in the Dove that you can
Nice.
enjoy.
Do-
Good food.
Do you have a question for him? Because I got
No,
one.
go for it. Go for it.
So I wanted to ask you, you've been here since
Forever.
your inception.
Since my parents decided, yeah.
Yeah. How have
Ooh,
you seen
there
the
he is.
DJ scene change from your peak
Uh-huh.
till today? What's the difference?
Let it out. Suelta la sopa. It's okay.
Not even. It's growing. Like it's cool to. I'm telling you, like literally, it used to be the live music capital of the world. You could go down 6th Street and you would hear 3 DJs.
Right.
All like walk the strip like from 35, which you couldn't even do. Like you had to start at Red River, and then you can walk all the way to the Driscoll and go take a poop. That's a DJ tip. If you're ever downtown on 6th Street, go poop in the Driscoll. Tell them Abe the Ambassador sent you, and they'll be all right.
Okay.
But yeah, there was literally all live bands. There was so many DJs. They were fighting for spots. And they didn't have a spot. Now everybody has a place that they DJ at. Every bar on 6th Street, on Rainey Street, on the East Side, on
Brunches,
the West Side, the Domain.
Everything, you name it.
Everybody's got a brunch. Back in the day, it was Mike Swing's brunch, and that's what we did on Sunday.
Shout out to
we
Mike
went to
Swing.
Kung Fu. Yeah, those guys they trailblazed all the stuff, the innovations that they did, especially with like those owners and managers. They put it together right. So now there's a whole playground. It's like a Vegas out here. There's
for DJs.
Yeah, everybody can work, but
Yeah.
it just depends on
So so would you say that it's
improved.
just there's just been a lot more exposure for DJs now? Is that the biggest difference?
a lot more exposure, obviously a lot more accessibility to the music and the craft and the things that you can do, and just anybody can basically be a DJ these days. You don't have to learn how to be a turntablist. You don't have to learn how to listen to music. You can just let the mix play and hit the loop and hit the sync, and DJs will clown that stuff all day, but it's like it doesn't matter what we say. It's about the other people on the other side of the table.
Correct.
Right? Like we're paid to do a service.
Correct.
Do your service. Cry to your mom. I don't care. Cry to your lady. Cry to Jesus. I don't care. Cry where you want to cry.
Yeah.
But don't cry while you're blessed to do this when somebody's got to go, do a job they don't want to do.
Yeah.
Long story short. So do it and do it right and do it because you love it. Don't do it because you're going to get rich. Don't do it because you're going to get famous, because you ain't. You're going to get broke. You're going to get busy. You're going to get to work. And at the end of the day, if you're still doing it, it's because you love it.
Yeah.
Right? Or you're going to sell your stuff on Facebook Marketplace and we're going to go smack it.
Tell us about your involvement and your contributions to the scratch scene in Austin, because that's one thing that actually led me to you. You know, I think a lot of us have seen that DJ City, the cutting room video.
Oh yeah.
And
that was DJ Bounce. He hooked that up with Primetime, so that was a long thing that they worked out. I guess they were Bounce was like, hey, we're gonna do something. Let's do a little video, little shoot. He reached out to the guys over at DJ City, and we were already doing TSL stuff. I think Bounce was like one of our, who cares what label you put on at that time? Who cares? Then he was there helping us with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was basically Lottie Don and I kind of running the ship. And we were running out of our backyard in a studio about this size. And we didn't know what we were doing. We were just like playing with Instagram, playing with Facebook Live, like before Live was a thing. And it just so happened that DJ City was like, yeah, we'll do it. Bedroom sessions, get it.
Nice.
And so he kind of put it together. He was like, yo, this is the beat we want to use. Everybody practice for it. We got these people lined up. And then everybody was like, cool. Came to the house, chill, grill. It happened. We shot it probably within maybe a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
Some people couldn't make it. Some people could shoot early. It was like over the weekend we shot it.
Okay.
Bounce shot the whole thing.
Wow.
Shot the B-roll, shot everything.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of like our, what's up? We're from Austin. Sorry.
Yeah. That's a pretty iconic video.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I hadn't like. I think at that time I had practiced scratching, or like I'd been scratching with those guys ever since the TSL inception. You can just Lottie down those dates. So I wasn't like really a cutter like a knick-knack or a fundamental, which was Alpha Leon. And, all the things that Dopez, like.
Right.
Dopez, in San Antonio, I'm sure y'all have had a conversation with him before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We had him here.
Shout out to Dopez.
Yeah, we snuck him in when we had the first like cut fest or something. I was like, hey, that's his mom.
I was hanging out with him last night. So
great.
Yeah,
man.
Did you go to the vinyl thing?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I wanted to go to that.
So I miss these things. I forget about them. So like I said, text me when these happen, because they're on social media apparently, and I'm just like, I'm on the bike. But so we just, I don't know. He put it together. We sent it over. We liked it. They liked it. It happened. And then like everybody started doing these like cutting room like videos. And it was really cool to watch, because I think there was like 3 before Austin, but nobody really like, Austin wasn't a thing back then.
Yeah.
Or like in the like global scale of what everybody else has brought it to be. It was still like that sleepy OG town where like you knew there was good stuff there, but it just people weren't demanding to want it. And now I don't know. It was fun.
Well, for me personally, I saw it and I was like, damn, this is fucking dope.
I think,
And that's when I started following, a lot more people that were in the cutting scene. And then I found out what Texas Scratch League was, right? So I think it was the last cut session that TSO had, and I was telling Sean.
Yep.
I was hanging out with Sean yesterday.
Yeah.
And Diggy was there, and Dopez was there, and I was telling them that I think I attended the last cut session that they had on that vinyl shop / spray paint shop. I can't remember the name. It was on South Congress.
Yeah.
Mind Lab, something like that. I don't know.
Was it Mind's Eye? It was Mind's Eye.
Something like that. Yeah. So that was the last one that they had, and Sean was streaming that.
Okay.
And so after that, there was no more cut session, and that was the first cut session that I ever went to. And I was intrigued by scratching since '97, but I had never practiced to the point where I saw the way that I saw those guys there, and then I saw the video, and I was like, holy shit! Like, I wanted to practice even more. After that, I was just waiting and waiting and waiting for another cut session and waiting, and I was like, it's not happening.
Did you buy another record though?
I bought tons of them, bro. But it wasn't happening. The cut sessions weren't happening anymore.
Yeah.
So I was like,
by that time we were already kind of done. Like,
yeah. Well, that's kind of what I figured. I never really spoke to anyone. I never really spoke to anyone. So
the turntablism community is just it's another animal.
It is. It's a completely different subculture of DJing. I want to say,
especially in like the scratch world. Not necessarily like more turntablism, but more just people that just scratch.
Just scratch.
We just scratch.
That's it. Yeah.
That is either you're in or you're out, or there's always, I don't know. It just it has the camaraderie there.
Yeah.
But at the core, these people are still battle DJs.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
That's the way I could best describe it. So either you're doing something right, you're doing something wrong. It doesn't matter. Like, just do what you want to do, and then it'll work itself out. Is my philosophy. And I think it was just, as far as like TSL, it was too much work to not have that piece for myself personally.
Okay.
Because I had a lot of stuff going on personally, and then like TSL was ready to go. Like, hey, let's do something, or let's just leave, because there's just, and by that time there was 80 other people that had opened up a this turntablism collective, or this scratch thing, or this thing, or this that, and it was just oversaturation. And we're like, okay, well, this was about the Texas Scratchers. It's a Texas Scratch League was initially made to just be an eye and a spotlight on this is a scratcher from Texas, scratcher from Texas, scratcher from Texas, scratcher from Texas, all over. And then it kind of like, we tried to do a lot with it, and there was a demand for it, but at the end of the day, like, it just, you have to understand when it's good business and bad business, and if it's bad business, it's time to roll. And my vision of it was to just let it be an entity that rolled on its own, and everybody supported it. And it's like a market place, or just, hey, let's just share this and share this and share this and share this and share this, like a whatever that thing that Elon bought the other day, Twitter's X, what do they call it now? So just kind of like make it like a forum that people can go jump around, but it was more than what 2 people or 4 people or 5 people could handle. So it's just best to like not handle it anymore. And I think Mario like still keeps up with the IG and things like that.
Yeah, I still see it around every now and then, and
it's still happening. Just
Yeah, I know. So I just felt that void, and I didn't know anyone at the time, and there was a void. And fast forward to a few years, I'm hanging out with Cortez, and I'm hanging out with All Day Ray in this one gig that they were playing, and there was literally no one at the gig. There was 0 clients. And in fact, there was some people drinking in the other room. This was at Native Hostel. And we were over in that room where they turn the lights and it's all red and shit. And so they were just like, let's just fucking cut and scratch. And then that's when the idea came. I was like, what if we just bring this shit back? I was like, let's fucking do this. And they're like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, yo, let's do this. And it's like, sure. And then it's like, okay, I think I just have to have execution and start executing this shit. Because it seems like there is a demand. People do want to see it. People do want to participate. no one's executing. So let's fucking execute.
Yep.
And then
And here we are now.
And here we are now.
I love it.
A whole podcast too. Stop it.
A good friend of ours, Andres the DJ.
Yep.
From Dallas.
Yep.
He
One
came
of our
down.
TSL reps.
Yep.
From Dallas.
Yep. He came down and he was like, "Yo, I'll help you."
Yeah, he texted me. He was like, "Hey, I'm on the way." And I was like, what you want to go get tacos?" He was like, "No, we're gonna go scratch."
Yeah.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
"Well, we're gonna get tacos, right?" He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna get."
So a lot of support was there from the inception.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of kept growing, and and then I started getting closer to Abe and talking to Abe, and then just other people, and then boom, fast forward, we got a fucking South by Southwest fucking show.
Yep,
We got a podcast going. We got Abe here dropping us some fucking knowledge and shit.
It's literally back to what it was when we were doing a lot of that stuff. So congratulations, like y'all keep it up, don't stop. It's just it's fun.
Yeah, man, it's it's
fun.
for all of us, man.
It is.
Yeah, it's for
the
all of us,
community.
bro.
At the
And
end
it's
of the day.
important for us to interview and give pioneer DJs like you your flowers, because back then social media was not as strong as it is now.
Yeah.
And so you have these new DJs coming up that don't know about the shit that y'all did. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, myself, right? Like, I got to know you 5 years ago or 4 years ago, right? And like, there's more DJs out there that need to know these type of stories so that those memories don't just stay memories.
Right.
Like, we can continue building on this and bring up the next Abe or the next so and so.
Texas history, yeah.
Yeah.
There's substance to everything that we're doing. I know there's, for a lot of new people, they just see it's like, oh, they're doing this, and
It's a bunch of old heads just talk about back in the day.
Like, no. There's a lot of substance and history to this place.
Yeah,
You know?
you're archiving, what should be said and heard, because a lot of people tend to forget, or they see one thing and they flash and they click and they're gone.
Yeah.
So it's like bringing it back to like the roots of how it happened, the foundation. Like the things that I look at nowadays is like all the stuff from the old days. I'm listening to old Tejano music, stuff that I used to hate listening to when I was at the record store.
Crazy how it happens, right?
You hear it 100 times a day, and you're just like, oh, I'm so, like, you've already checked out.
Yeah.
So now it's like just going back to those roots and like, what were these people really saying? Well, one day those people will have that story. One day these kids will say, oh, I got my start from this, or this happened there.
Yeah.
And all these things just lay into place. And at the end of the day, you look at it and you'll see, like, we're all telling the same story. It's just in our different way that we ride the
Pretty much,
train.
yeah. I agree with that.
Exactly.
I
It's a lot
definitely
of
agree
fun.
with that.
There's ups, there's downs, there's ins, there's outs, there's, oh, man. And it's all worth it.
How do you feel being one of the OGs now, one of the older guys,
I don't know.
one of the mentors? How do you feel,
I don't
man?
even care, dude. Honestly,
You gotta care, man.
I don't. Like,
You
I
don't
don't
get any kind of FOMO not being out there like that anymore? No, at all?
The last shoot.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. How do you feel about how things are today, knowing that you had a lot to do with it?
That's good. That's what we're supposed to do. That's like, we're supposed to, pave the way and send it out. Like, if like at the end of the day, I'm just a small business owner.
Sure.
So I'm like following the footsteps of my dad, my mom.
I think you're being too modest, though. I think so, man.
This is the episode to talk your shit, dog.
Yeah.
This is the episode to put your foot down and be like, man, I started this shit.
I think you're being modest.
What did I start? Like,
and I'll tell you what,
drunken barbecue parties.
Because we have friends. We have friends, for example, guys that are on a national level. For example, like Boy Genius.
Yeah, he'll be here this week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's he staying?
He's staying at the Airbnb.
He's, he
We're
comes
having
in.
an asada. Y'all should come by. We're chilling and
You see what
grilling.
I'm, you see what I'm saying? It's like we have people that are big names, and then this guy is the one that's like
that they reach out to.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
just homies. Like, once a homie, always a homie type thing. So it's like when you come to Austin,
the modesty is great, and I appreciate it. But you're the man.
No.
Yeah, man.
You're the
This
man.
is an episode. We got to give you your flowers, dog.
There it
Yeah.
is. Pat on the back.
Yeah. It's important to be recognized, right? Because we never want to forget DJs like you. We never want to forget the work that you've put in to help this city be what it is. The music.
Yeah.
The live music capital of the world.
One day I'll write a memoir and y'all can read it, and we'll have
Hell
a big
yeah.
old party.
Yeah.
When I'm dead, every single DJ that ever knew me can play a set, and that'll be that. So put that in your.
There you go.
And then you can burn me or do whatever. It doesn't matter.
All right,
Stop that.
We're having all the fun. Like, we have the fun now. We
Sure,
get to,
yeah.
like, every day is a new day. Like, I may not be doing something monumental in the DJ scene right now, but I'm doing something monumental that's gonna like speak volumes later on down the line.
Yeah.
And I think you're doing the same thing, and I see you doing the same thing, and like we just build this culture up, and it's gonna be a new resurgence of whatever Austin is known for musically through what we've the way we pay the way.
Right.
And that's the cool part about it. Like, yes, opening up Texas Scratch League and doing that fun stuff with Red Bull 3 style and playing ACL, Kitty Fest, and like all the things that I get to do as a DJ. I don't know, like it's not me that's putting it out there. Something's calling me to these things.
Sure, yeah.
That's where I go. So it's like if I have fun. Yesterday we were at the library, the Austin Public Library.
I saw your
with
pictures,
Saul
yeah.
Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that's a conference that he like had a vision on and wanted to do, and it happens during Tech Week, and it's like we're not knocking on the door of these big corporate companies like, hey, please put us on or do this or do that. We've cried those cries. Like, they don't work.
Yeah.
Just do your work, and you can do your own thing. And that's what I'm about. I'm about like making sure my community stays the way that it's supposed to be, or the people that come into it get to like at least adapt those cultures, the things that we bring to the table, and keep it that, but make it better, make it more modern. It's like.
Do you feel like you have a sense of responsibility?
I think we all have a responsibility to your family, your community, and your culture.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you do with it? Like, find your gift,
right,
and put it there.
So, and in that aspect, for example, you can say the DJ community. Well, the DJ community is your community.
Yeah, still.
Right.
And still DJ. Yeah.
And they can also be your family.
Yeah, they turn into your family.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. So you feel? Do you feel like you have a responsibility to like not necessarily keep someone in check? We don't necessarily do that, but just to kind of like talk to people and be like we were outside.
Yeah.
And he's telling me he's always dropping game, and he's like, man, do your thing, man. Do what you love. Mm-hmm. Do this. You're happy with that. Go for it. Do it. I think not a lot of guys and girls talk to each other that way. I think we need people that tell each other like, yo, if you don't like it, don't do it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So do you feel like you have that responsibility? Because every time I see you, you're always dropping knowledge on me. So does that come from a sense of responsibility?
I don't know. I think like
it's just who you are.
It's just being seasoned. Like you want to help people out. Like if you see somebody truly happy in what they're doing, keep pushing them. And if you see them like I'm just like I gotta go to work, I gotta do this, this is happening. Like, hey, well, let's go do something you like to do. Okay, and then maybe that like changes it later, but you don't know. You just plant the seed, right?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, want to go bike riding? Come bike riding. You may love it, you may hate it. Who cares?
Yeah.
At least you tried it. Like, my thing is disc golf. I go play frisbee. I've been playing disc golf ever since my uncle took me to like Zilker Park when I was like 12 years old.
Yeah.
I play it every day, or as much as I can, And that's where like I get my peace, my grounding. Just like the old hippie. I'm just the old Austin hippie back in the day. That's all I do. I just chill and grill, just hang out and just enjoy the time, because you could spend your life trying to chase something that you think you want.
Yeah.
And then when you get there, like, I was happier when I was like just doing this or just doing that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, man, dropping bars, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Dropping gems. I hope y'all take notes, kids.
I don't know.
Abe.
But yes, DJ, play the remixes, play your friends' remixes. Like
yes.
Support your community that way. Share your friends' gigs. Throw your friends' like accomplishments out there, because people are going to see that and it's going to spark something different. All this negative on the cell phone, on the world, like old man talk, like it's all out there. But if you just keep putting the good stuff out there, maybe it changes.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Or not, and we just keep on playing, the same songs we've been playing forever.
Yeah.
I was on the radio, listening to the radio on the way up here, and I'm like, all right, I know what channel this is now because I know what song it is. And it's like the way I listen to the radio, I'm always on scan.
Sure, yeah.
Driving the car, I'm listening on scan, or I listen to nothing at all, or I'm jamming my 1600 Tejano FM or KUTX. Like, there's people that are putting good music out there, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you got to find it, you got to look for it, you got to love it, you got to have the passion for it. So it's like, if you want to come to one of those shows, come to these shows, because that's what we're putting out there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Putting out there what you love. We can play the, I don't know.
Words
Fun
from the
stuff.
wise.
Yeah, man.
Or we can just scratch and drink beers tomorrow.
That's right.
it.
That is right. Hey, man, thank you so much for coming out and blessing us, man. Now, we always do this before we close out.
Do it.
And these are I'll just throw in some 5 this or that questions. This is water gun to your head. One answer. Let us know what you prefer. Yep. All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Vinyl as in real wax or digital?
Digital.
Digital.
Yeah.
So pretend you're DJing indoor gigs or outdoor festivals?
Indoor gigs or outdoor festivals.
In this weather? Indoor gig, yeah.
If you're, it depends on the heat, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'll DJ for 5 kids at a birthday party.
Yeah.
I'll do it all. It don't matter. Like, I'll DJ for 1 kid at the library, or like,
Hell yeah.
we've shown up to gigs at Republic Square Park and nobody shows up, and we're just DJing for the people that are there for the night.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, all of them. And I've, the big festivals, those are fun too.
Yeah.
It's fun to ride in the carts.
What about favorite era of music? 80s, 90s, 2000s, 70s, shit, 1920s.
If you had to pick one decade.
You had to pick one decade.
70s.
70s.
That is a common thing with DJs.
You can't beat.
It's the
music and
fundamentals
the
of
sound
everything.
that they were putting out with the quality and the stuff that they had. Like, 50s and 60s, cool. Yeah, they were babies playing with toys.
Yeah.
70s, they had electronics. So
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
That's when the classics came
long
out.
answer, 70s. Yeah, watch some 70s documentaries.
Okay.
Thank yourself later. 80s, everybody had fun and they were just like ego jams, but that was great music too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
70s, more soul in 70s, more.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my last one. Cruising, bike riding, cruising or mountain bike?
Mountain bike.
Mountain bike.
Really?
Okay.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's
Trust me.
extreme.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No, extreme is driving on 35.
Oh, well, yeah.
Extreme is driving on moped.
Depends what time that is.
Yeah.
Ooh, anytime these days. Anytime.
Yeah, that is true.
Extreme is trying to get into a gig with an hour left.
Yes.
So I got the DJ Lone Star question.
Let's do it.
My
What?
neighbor, my homie.
Yeah, you know.
Shout out to Lone
we
Star.
know him.
Ace.
Yeah.
Everybody's ace.
Yeah. What does Austin mean to you, and what do you bring to Austin?
I think the second question, that's a given. We
Yeah.
know what this man has brought, but go ahead.
But I want him to say it.
Yeah.
What does Austin mean to me?
Coming from a native
Austin,
Austinite.
Texas.
Yeah. He may very well be the first Austin native that we.
On the commercial, on the
Yeah.
podcast ever, I got to do like that.
Right?
You put him in there.
I think so.
I'll do it like this. Support your local business.
Mm-hmm.
See the sites we have. Clean up after yourself. Take the long route.
Okay.
And that's it. I think it's like that's just Austin in a nutshell. Is like, well, I'll move one day, but I mean it'll always be home because it's just it grew me up like this.
Home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm chill. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I've been worse. I've been crazy. We all have, but
Yeah.
like Austin is just like that thing that grounds you. I don't
Sure.
know. It's just like it's a city with like what does Parks and Rec say? It's like a city, a park within a city, or something within a park. Who cares? But it's just like it's so cool. You get all the seasons. You get everything. It's maybe too hot, but then it's like you get to do everything throughout the year. Like that's why everybody moves here. So I don't know. Ask them. They moved here.
Okay.
I still stay here until I get kicked out.
I don't think anyone's kicking you out,
No,
brother.
I don't think anyone's thinking it.
And then what was the second part of that question?
What do you bring to Austin? And then I got one last question after that.
Maybe I don't know, fun, happiness, joy. I hope.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then like a sense of like check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Sure.
Yeah.
To quote whoever made that rap song that I'm not gonna name or plug
I think
because they don't pay me to.
I think we know what you mean behind those words, though.
Okay.
I do for sure.
Yeah, just
I know it's just like a word that we have to say, but I think there's much
book.
more meaning. Yeah.
Read the book.
For sure.
Soon. Read the book.
And I even forgot what the fuck I was gonna ask you for the second question.
No, Chris.
Yeah, estoy viejito.
Yeah.
I should answer the text.
Oh,
Let's see. Yes, we are scratching tomorrow, Thursday, at that spot that we scratch at.
Fast Friends.
Fast Friends.
Fast Friends. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Tomorrow. Shit.
First, we're doing first Thursdays now. We're trying to
Okay.
spread it out because y'all do second Wednesdays.
We do
Third
Wednesdays, but we don't even know when we do the Wednesdays.
Okay.
See, we're all working people and family guys,
Yeah.
so we just try to
Yeah, exactly.
you know.
Go with the flow.
Yeah.
There he is. See, that's why you still live here.
My other question is, how'd you come up with your DJ name? Because I met you as
Which one?
Abe the Assassin.
Okay. Well, my original DJ name was going to be DJ Thriller.
Thriller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to the 80s. Shout out
Yeah.
to my Uncle T. That was basically my nickname growing up. So
Really?
like,
Thriller.
yeah, because I was always listening to that MJ album.
Okay.
So
Really?
like, yeah.
Oh,
So,
that's awesome.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that was like one of the first records I got or something.
Yeah.
Who knows? Numbers don't lie. MJ, he did it. Thriller.
Yeah.
Look it up, kids. It's a weird album. But it was that, and then I don't even know what it changed to, DJ Abe, because everybody just puts a DJ in front of their name
Sure.
after they think they're a DJ. And then I think the Assassin came from a whole bunch of people telling me like, "Oh, you killed it! Like, you killed that. It was
Okay.
dope. That was dope." You were like, I guess after like every set, it's like in the week.
Yeah, yeah, you
weekends
killed it.
or
You
whatever.
killed it.
So
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
turned into like the Assassin. Hey, the Assassin. It just started rolling as a
Okay.
joke, and then I was like, "Crap, this is my DJ name."
Right.
And it didn't work
Hey.
over too well with the parents and the kids and the
Really?
the family top.
So is that
40
when you
open
switched
events.
to the Ambassador?
I think I switched to that because I was just like, I can't be sending emails. abetheassassin@gmail.com. Shout me out. Send me an email if you want to. It's probably blocked. It's old. But I was like, you got to change this, dude. Like, what do you do? I was like, well, you just talk about your stupid city all the time. So just call yourself the ambassador of whatever you like to do. Instead of like, because people throw that name around so much. So it's kind of like a toy, like a slap in the face. Like, I could call myself Grandmaster Super Duper Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And people would be like, oh, he's this. I'm like, dude, no, you're not.
Right.
But go ahead, do that. Please try.
Yeah.
Make fill the name. So my name is just, hey, I'm just an ambassador or whatever. So
I think it's
It don't
appropriate
matter.
though.
Yeah.
It's appropriate because, like I said, whenever a lot of people come into town, they hit them up.
a lot of people send
Yeah.
me text messages about whatever they're going to do when they're in Austin or if they need a place to crash.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, Bob, I just need a place to crash.
Yeah.
So yeah, come hang out. Come chill in the Dove.
Yeah, man.
That last question, did you remember?
That was it, actually. I did remember.
I got a question for y'all.
Ask us, bro.
All right.
We're not used to that.
I know, right?
Oh yeah, I'll take your podcast. I'll just borrow it. But hey, you're tuning into the Abe the Ambassador podcast right now. It's about 40:45 in the Dub City, capital city of ATX. We are sitting here live with DJ Ella Mezcla, Dirty Chris. So when I call you and you like send me the voicemail, I send you a DJ drop. So if I call you,
Oh, there you go.
that's a little Easter egg. Welcome to Austin.
Okay.
Always give back.
I hear that.
There you
It goes a long
go.
way. I don't know. I don't have a question for you. I was playing.
I was like,
Let's go
shit,
eat.
what is he going to ask me?
Shit.
Are y'all ready to go eat
I
tacos?
love that. Hey, thank you so much again for coming out. Where can people find you, whether
Okay.
it's digital or on the streets? And what do you have coming up next?
Let's see. May 4th, we've got a big thing coming up at Mendez. So that's
Okay.
the middle school that I went to. They let us basically take over the Performing Arts Center and turn it into a community love hub, hosted by trustee Ophelia Zapata. She's the trustee for AISD for all the district of the East Side. So we got a big pachanga coming up. I think the
Nice.
Mac's involved. We've got a whole bunch of like things going on. It's going to be a Cinco de Mayo-esque celebration.
Okay.
But it's basically opened up this community center for these kids to come and like DJ, make
Nice.
podcasts,
Oh, I love
shoot
that.
videos, do whatever they want to do, act, draw, paint. I don't care. Pick something, have fun, let's go.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of like staff that they're bringing in. They're going to do physical activity stuff, things for family and friends to come, seniors. I think they're doing like senior Zumba.
Oh, wow.
The film society's coming in. They're going to teach these kids how to make movies.
Nice.
So May 4th, Mendez,
I love
Community
that.
Love Hub. I'm curating that, DJing.
Yeah.
I'll be there like teaching scratch classes and
Nice.
just having fun with the kids, doing the bike ride, doing stuff that I like to do.
Yeah.
Nice.
So just getting people active in Dove Springs. I'll be there May 4th. This South by Sunday is interactive. I'll be at Stubbs for the Sunday service. I'll be there like all day Sunday.
Okay.
And then I've got Sao Paul, the free party in the park over here. What's that? Auditorium Shores.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll be DJing that. I believe it's the 16th.
Okay.
And then Monday we've got, I don't know, too many. Find me on
got a lot.
Instagram, Abe The Ambassador. Instagram.
You heard it first. You heard it right here. Yes, y'all. Once again, thank y'all so much for supporting the podcast. Chris, I didn't even say this at the beginning, but bro, we are on episode 10.
This is the 10th episode.
This is 10. Shout out to
Should
Abe.
we do a special mix for 10?
We should. Hey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So yeah, man. Chris, what you got coming up, man? What we doing?
Well, we're going to be busy next week. We got a whole bunch of shows for South by. We have the 13th, that's a Wednesday, and we have the Turntablist Showcase. We got 8 DJs, including DJ Lazy Boy and a whole bunch of other guys.
Heavy hitters.
DJ K Sprinkles, RC3, Ivan Scratch, DJ Mad, Jay Bray, Bruce Wayne, and Diggy Dutch. So all of them are going to be there. I heard DJ Swamp.
Little rumors.
Yeah, I heard DJ Swamp might show up. I heard Devin Hype might show up.
Hey.
So there's going to be quite a few people, and if so, then we'll have some of those guests DJ on Jackalope the next day. Friday, we're trying to get Baby Bash to do a show.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Right, and then Saturday, we have Dos Flacos and DJ Guari coming in from New York. So I got a packed fucking week next week.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, I've been real busy. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for that March 13th one.
Yeah, what are you doing?
What am I not doing? Oh, man. I will be everywhere in Austin. I feel blessed, man. This weekend, I've got 4 shows in 2 days.
Wow.
So, yeah, man. I'll be at the Waterloo on Saturday.
Okay.
Delta's putting up an installation, so it's like an Entrepreneur Saturday.
Nice.
So I'll be DJing that. I'll also be DJing The Lighthouse. That is presented by The Tech We Want. That one's really cool. It's 9 to 2 a.m. It's a huge party. They're going to have different photo ops, a comedian, karaoke, and it's just really promoting pretty much like color and diversity into the tech world. But I'll be DJing it. This Friday specifically, I'll actually be back in San Antonio. My boy, shout out to Mav Pease, an artist. I'll be DJing his exhibit. And then throughout the rest of the month, man, I'll be at Lulu's. I'm hosting my very first party called Perreo en B.
I saw that.
So make sure you get your tickets.
With Aya?
Yeah, so this is my fusion of playing perreo music with R&B. So think of Brandy versus Karol G, Usher versus I don't know, whoever else in the reggaeton world, Daddy Yankee, etc. Right? So yeah, I'll be doing that. I feel blessed, man. But yeah, man, I definitely want to come check out some of the stuff that y'all are doing. Yep. Community networking is super important for me. So yeah, man. Chris, where can they follow you?
Dirty Chris ATX.
DJ Kick It 17 and Abe.
Abe the Ambassador.
Where can they find you? One more again.
AOL.com 512-947-3550. Text me, please.
You got to give out that number like Mike Jones. 5005.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing.
No, never that.
Love that, man. Well, we out. Thank
Nobody
y'all so much. We'll text you. We are out, y'all. Scratch Theory of Tejas. Make sure you look for us on Instagram at Scratch Theory of Tejas. And we'll see y'all on episode 11. Peace, 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 peace.